I'm back for some more Tardis tidbits and tales, where I have been going episode by episode as I rewatch Doctor Who from the relaunch, talking about a little tidbit, a little thing that stood out from the episode, or something that got my brain wheels spinning, that got me thinking. And today's episode, Season 2, Episode 11, Fear Her. Now, this is the episode that had like a little girl and she would draw pictures, and when she drew pictures of people, it sort of like captured them. And they disappeared. So there were people that were just like vanishing without a trace, and like people didn't know what was going on except this little girl's mom, and it scared her. And then the Doctor and Rose come, and they try to get to the bottom of this. Now, there were a few things about this episode that stood out to me, so maybe I'll do two parts to this. So the first thing that really stood out, very early in the episode, there's this circle of people all standing in the street. So it's like Rose and the Doctor and, all the neighbors, they're in the street, and it's chaotic. They're shouting at each other. They're pointing fingers. They're like, you're to blame. This person did it. These people weren't disappearing before you were here. And like, nobody can talk. Like, you can't get a word in edgewise. Nobody's listening to each other. Nobody can hear each other. And the Doctor just like, fingers on mouths, meaning shh, right? And this stood out to me for a very specific reason. Because these people were all not only shouting at each other, but they were pointing fingers at each other. And it changes the direction, right? It goes from the blame to the pause. And that concept, not just of like quiet, but like, don't blame. Let's lead with questions. Let's lead with thought. Let's lead with quiet and reflection, and not lead with blame, right? Like you're pointing your finger, you lead with blame. But if you're quiet and you're thoughtful and you allow, information to flow and for communication to happen. I found that very interesting. It was this small little, like, if you blink, you'll miss it kind of a thing. But it really stood out to me. What stood out to you about this episode? Let me know, and I'll do a part 2 for my other one.